He's also a trade unionist and an educationist. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
And maybe in the audience, we are also joined by educationalists as well as students who will share their views with us. You, our viewer at home, can also join us via our social media platforms. You can find us on Facebook, that is NBC News, hashtag Election Talk, but it's NBC News 8 specifically. Use the hashtag Election Talk to make sure that you're part of the conversation here tonight.
Now, the conversation tonight is extremely important. It's about linking education with development. What is it that's going to change the lives of people in this country? And we talk about this particularly because it's election year and people's votes will count. I want to start with you, Dr. Gudumo. What is the link for the viewers at home who are watching tonight? What is the link between education and development?
Thank you very much, and thank you very much for the question. I think it is important for us to contextualize and understand what education is all about. Education is about values, it's about attitudes, it's about knowledge, it's about skills. It's a combination of various factors. And when someone have acquired this combination of skills and values, there's a likelihood that this person will develop in his or her personal life as well as contribute to the good of society. So definitely there's a link between education and development.
Dr. Villette, education is the greatest equalizer. Is education truly the gateway to a good life?
You know, I'd be very careful to make the statement that it's the greatest equalizer, but I would say it's undisputed that education can transform lives. But it also depends on, of course, the number of years of education that a person has received, as well as the quality of the education that the person has received. So if you look in our context in particular, and if you look at our UNESCO report that stated that we need to at least give people quality education up to the junior secondary level for that education to really be the foundation of whatever else they are going to do with their lives in terms of contributing to development, in terms of making use of the job opportunities that is out there. So the greatest equalizer, let's put it a little bit different. It really is undisputed in the way that it has the capacity to transform people's lives.
And to create opportunities for people to do
Absolutely.
things. I'll be back with you in a minute, Mrs. Fowl, but I want to get to Professor White. The other question around education is it only your formal education, your schooling type of education? What does it encapsulate when we talk about education?
Well, education encapsulates all of those things that you've mentioned, but it's also about socialization. It's about making the individual a more rounded person that they can contribute to society. So education is not just about what you're doing in the classroom. It actually is about what you learn in the playground too, things you learn at home. So that's all of these things contribute to education, to our formal and informal education. So certainly education is a very broad topic.
Yes, and it's not just about the formal education, but it's also about how people can use education as a tool, as a learning tool, if you want, to transform their life, not so.
You're teaching people not only to receive education, but you're also teaching people how to learn.
Very well.
So education incorporates both of those concepts.
Mrs. Fowl, you're representing the Employers Federation, and I think the part of the conversation tonight will be what is the linkage between what happens at university and what happens in the workplace or at industry level. What would you say, how important, if you want, is education for the captains of industry? What is it that is important for you as the employer?
Thank you very much. It's greatly important that people coming to the employment market has relevant education. Education that actually address the needs of the business. Because only with good relevant qualification is employability possible. For the employment market is to get the qualified people in, and for us the greatest importance is the application of the skills learned. And with that, obviously, it goes the behaviors, as some of the speakers have said, being able to understand, to be integrated well within the various organizations, but most of all, that where it comes to company-specific training and development programs, that they actually have a good base. And that is what, for us, the linkage of qualification versus what need to happen in the workplace and applying those skills that they've obtained. Then I would say we've reached a successful story.
Very well.